So in the money market chapter, the next topic is characteristics of money market. What are the various characteristics of money market? So this is 6.2 characteristics of money market. So there are 12 characteristics. Each and every money market should possess the following 12 characteristics. So number 1, short-term funds. The first and important characteristic of money market is providing of short-term funds. Or the money market is a market for purely on short-term funds. That is the exchanging of transactions or the securities only on short-term basis. That is the securities that are dealing in the money market is the maturity period of less than 1 year. So that is short-term funds. So the financial assets that are dealt with the money market is called the near money. Short-term funds are always called the near money. So the financial assets that are dealt with the money market is called the near money. Then the second characteristic is maturity period. Regarding the maturity period of the financial assets or financial claims not exceeding of 1 year. That means up to 1 year. All the financial assets or the financial claims that are exchanged in the money market, the maturity period should not exceeding of 1 year. That is 12 months. Then conversion of documents or the securities into cash. The documents or the financial instruments that are dealt with money market, and these financial assets or the claims converted into cash. Whenever the investors' requirements of money by way of conversion of the financial claims into cash without amount of loss, without any amount of loss, without any difficulties, and the minimum transaction cost. So the conversion of financial assets or the securities into cash is very easily without any difficulty and without any loss, and at the same time minimum transaction cost with the involving of minimum transaction cost. So the conversion of documents can be taken place whenever the investors needed or required. So there is no loss. When the conversion takes place, there will not be any amount of loss, and with the minimum transaction cost. So this is the third one. Then fourth one, no formal place of the exchanging of or trading of securities or the transactions. In case of capital market, there is a separate place or specific place for the trading of securities. The buying and selling of securities that are taking place in the secondary market with a specified place. That is in the capital market. But in case of money market, there is no formal place for exchanging of transactions or trading of securities. The buying and selling of securities taken place or taken over only through the phone or oral communication. So in case of capital market, the buying and selling of instruments or the financial assets taken place in the stock exchange with a specified place. That is the capital market. But in case of money market, there is no formal place for trading of transactions, that is buying and the selling of transactions. However, it should be take place or the transactions taken over through oral communication, that is through the phone. Then after a certain period, the relevant written documents or the communication will be exchanged in the subsequent period. The relevant documents or the written communication will be exchanged subsequently after the execution of the transaction by oral or through the phone. So I repeat once again, there is no formal place of exchanging of transaction or trading of securities. So all the trading transactions are taken over through the phone, that is oral transaction. Then the relevant written document and the communication will be exchanged in the subsequent period of time, because of there is no formal place. Then fifth one, sub-market. So in case of money market is not a single market. It is not a homogeneous market. So money market is not a single and homogeneous market. It comprises of various sub-markets. There are many sub-markets which comprises in the money market. What are the sub-markets? That is call money market, acceptance market and bill market. So there are three sub-markets which are functioning under the money market. The sub-markets, the name of the sub-markets are call money market, acceptance market and bill market. I repeat once again, the money market is not a single unit based, it is not a homogeneous market. It comprises of various sub-markets, namely call money market, acceptance market and bill market. Then role of market in the case of money market. So the money market comprises of many banks, that is many financial institutions, including of the central bank, then commercial bank, non-banking financial companies, discount houses, acceptance houses. So these are the various institutions which are comprises of the money market. The money market comprises of central bank, commercial banks, non-banking financial companies, acceptance houses and discounting bill houses. Apart from that, the commercial bank playing a very dominant role in the functioning of money market. Commercial bank are playing a vital role or a dominant role in the functioning of money market. So which is come under the role of market, role of money market. Then point number 7, highly organized banking system. So in the money market, there should be a functioning of highly organized banking system. The commercial bank is a nerve center of the money market. Commercial bank is acting as a nerve center of money market. The entire money market or the whole money market dominated by the commercial bank, because the commercial banks is a principal supplier of short-term funds. Whatever the amounts needed in the exchanging of money market, they are all the supplier of the short-term funds. The commercial bank acting as a principal supplier of short-term funds. In addition to that, the commercial banks acting as a vital link between the central bank and the various other segments in the money market. So commercial bank acting as a, not only acting as a nerve center of the whole money market, and also it is acting as a vital link. Commercial bank acting as a vital link between the central bank as well as the various segments of the money market. So the exchanging of transactions that are taking place in the money market between the central bank and various segments in the money market that are through the commercial bank. So commercial bank is acting as a vital link between the central bank and the other segments. So three important points in the highly organized banking system you have to bear in mind. Number 1, commercial bank is acting as a nerve center for the whole money market. Second one, it is the commercial bank is a principal supplier of short-term funds, and commercial banks acting as a vital link between the central bank and the various segments of money market. Then the existence of the secondary market. So there should be a primary need of the functioning of secondary market. That is the name of stock exchange. For exchanging of the securities already issued in the primary market. So the existence of secondary market is very much badly in need of the money market because of the transactions which are already taken place in the primary market or again taken in the resale of secondary resale of securities in the secondary market, that is in the stock exchange. Then demand and the supply of funds. There should be a need of larger amount of funds, that is demand and the supply. There should be a need of larger demand and the supply of short-term funds. Because of the short-term funds needed not only in the domestic trade, and also utilizing in the foreign trade. So the demand and supply of at a larger amount of funds needed in the money market because of the demand and the supply of short-term funds is not only needed in the domestic trading activities and also the foreign trade, that is utilizing in the foreign trade. So the short-term financial instruments are larger amount needed at a larger level or very large. The short-term financial instruments are needed at a very large amount because of the demand and the supplies are more. The requirements for the domestic trade as well as the foreign trade. Then wholesale market. So the money market is one of the characteristics of money. Wholesale market is one of the characteristics of money market. So it is a wholesale market. Why we are telling like that means the volume of funds, the financial assets are traded in the very large. The larger volume of funds or the financial assets are traded or exchanged in the money market are very large. So why the money market is a wholesale market? Why we say the money market is a wholesale market means the amount or the funds that are exchanged in the money market at a larger amount or larger level. Then the financial assets that are traded in the money market also a very larger one. That is why the money market is saying as a wholesale market. Then flexibility is one of the characteristics of money market. The regulatory framework of the money market is a very flexible one. The regulatory framework of money market is a flexible one. So due to greater flexibility of operation, so they have to introduce the new instruments whenever they needed. Whenever they needed the financial new instruments, they have to implement or introduce because of the flexibility in operation. The money market with the regulatory framework is a flexible one. So due to the situation, or depends upon the situation, they have to change. That is why there is a possibility of introduction of new instruments. Then presence of central bank. The functioning of central bank is a must because the central bank keep all the cash reserves. The central bank keep the entire cash reserves. The central bank only providing financial accommodation by way of discounting of the eligible securities. Discounting of eligible security are done by the central bank because of the central bank maintaining the cash reserves. Then with the help of the open market operation or through the open market operation by the central bank, absorb the surplus amount of money that are available in the financial market. Absorb the surplus funds that should be available on off season. The surplus amount of money available in the money market in the off season. And providing of liquidity of cash supply in the busy season. So in the busy season there is a need of supply of funds. On the other hand, there should be a surplus amount of money that is in the off season. So with the help of the open market operation by the central bank, collection of cash or observation of cash, that means surplus amount of cash in the off season, and should be kept as a cash reserve and should be placed in the busy season whenever it is highly needed, or maintenance of liquidity of cash in the busy season. So the presence of central bank is a must one because of the maintenance of cash reserves or holding the cash reserve by the central bank and providing a finance accommodation by way of discounting of all the eligible securities. What do you mean by discounting of security means? Before the maturity of such security, it will be discounted with the central bank. Discounted with the central bank. So that activity engaged by the central bank. Apart from that, through the open market operation, so controlling of cash demand, cash supply. During the off season, there is a surplus amount of money available in the money market. So that should be absorbed by the central bank, and the same should be supplied to the needers or the users or the borrowers during the time of busy season. So the very important functions are engaged by the central bank by two ways, namely maintenance of cash reserves. Second one through the open market operation. So these are the 12 characteristics of money market. Number one, maintenance of short-term funds or supply of short-term funds, which is otherwise known as near money. Then second one, the maturity period of the securities not exceeding of 1 year. Then the conversion of the securities into cash without much difficulties, without loss, and also a minimum transaction cost. Then the no formal place. In case of capital market, there is a formal place for exchanging of trading of transactions or securities, but in the money market there is no formal place. All the transactions are taken over through the phone, and the relevant document or the communication will be taken place in the subsequent period. Sub-market. So the money market is not a single homogeneous market. It comprises of various sub-markets, namely call money market, acceptance market, and the bill market. Then the role of money market. The money market comprises of various institutions, namely central bank, commercial bank, non-banking financial companies, discount houses, acceptance houses. However, the role of commercial bank is very important one in the money market. The highly organized banking system. Commercial banks is acting as a nerve center of the whole money market. It is acting as a principal supplier of short-term funds, and it is acting as a vital link between the central bank and the various segments of money market. The existence of secondary market. There is a need of secondary money market for exchanging of securities. Then demand and the supply of funds. So there should be a need of larger demand and supply of funds, which are badly in need of domestic trade as well as the foreign trade. The short-term financial instruments also exchanged at a very larger volume. Then wholesale market. The money market acting as a wholesale market. Why? Because the volume of funds are exchanged and the financial assets are traded in the money market or at very large. That is why we say that it is a wholesale market. Flexibility. Due to the flexibility of the regulatory framework of money market, whenever the financial instruments needed, it should be introduced as a new instrument. Then the presence of central bank is a must one because of the central bank maintaining the cash reserves and providing accommodation by discounting of eligible securities. Then with the help of open market operation, the central bank absorbs the surplus amount of money in the off season and supply of money same in the busy season whenever highly needed. So with the end of the characteristics of money market, which is the important 5-mark question 6.2. We will see the next class about the primary market and the secondary market.